didn't understand about life. But I wasn't about to hear that. Sometimes he gets so mad at me, he just shakes his head and mumbles that I'm just like Uncle Jack. Then he tosses the thought away, I guess, and smiles at me, every time. Anyway, Ma's was the place you could get nachos and nail polish, Levi's when you needed them, and flip-flops for the summer. I'd already gone through 2 pair, and it's only the middle of June. Heaven might sound pretty boring to most people, but before I really understood about all my years at the Western Union, it was fine for a girl like me. I don't get sent to Ma's for bread and milk like most kids, but to wire money. I've been doing it ever since I've been allowed to leave the yard by myself. It's something I thought most kids did. It's something I found out a little further down the road that made me different from every other kid in heaven. Postcards from Uncle. We live in heaven because about 12 years ago, Mama found a postcard on a park bench postmarked Heaven, Ohio. On the front of the postcard were clouds and a group of people floating around and waving. It said, "Hi, from heaven." Mama said she'd been looking for heaven her whole life. So we moved. Mama, Pops, Butchie, and me. Pops was looking for another job, too. He said it was getting pretty dry out west. Too many people had decided California was the place they had to be. So it was time to go. But this is how Mama tells it. Wasn't much to it. Small town, lots of trees and kids running everywhere. There was the cutest little school sitting over by the river, and when the Impala died right in front of this little house with a picket fence, and Marley started screaming to go to the bathroom, we were in heaven to stay. Pop says, "What? I don't know. That was 10 or 20 years ago, and how am I supposed to remember any of it? I was almost blind from driving, and about out of my mind with sleep. What were we talking about?" My brother Butchie grunts. "Do I look like the answer man?" But Mama's telling is only the beginning of how we ended up in heaven. A postcard, a dead Impala, and a house with a picket fence is only part of what got us here. Why Mama was looking for heaven is another thing. People look for what they think they need, I guess. You find what you think you need and what might make you happy in different places with different people. And sometimes it's just waiting in a tiny town in Ohio with a cute little schoolhouse by the river. Heaven was waiting for us. If the whole truth be told, that's adding Pops' truth and a little bit that Butchie knows. I figure we ended up in heaven because of the postcard, Western Union, and Uncle Jack. There aren't Western Union offices everywhere, you know. Sometimes you have to go miles to find one. When the car broke down and Pops needed a phone, he had gone to Ma's Superette, called a tow truck, bought bologna sandwiches, and had seen the Western Union sign by the register. Then he'd looked around town and thought maybe it would be a nice place to raise a family and pets. The story is, between the ages of 2 and 10, I had 12 dogs, 15 cats, 9 rabbits, 10 birds, 8 being nursed because of cat attacks, 1 lizard, and 105 goldfish. Pops says I'm just like his twin brother, Uncle Jack, about animals. It's just not home without something furry or scaly or feathered around. I'm just like Uncle Jack, who's been everywhere in the world, and who I only know through letters and the Western Union. May 8th. Marley, Marley. Hey, Angel. How's it going in heaven? If that last hat that I sent you doesn't fit, make your melon-headed old man stretch it out for you. Aren't you a little young for real big hair?